You are struggling not because you lack talent. The struggles is because your output is unpredictable. The real solution is installing a 90-day performance engines. In this way, your output and everything that you are doing becomes predictable. And in this way, progress accelerates, become very fast for you. You cannot expect consistency and with that build a discipline if you are not tracking what you are doing. Usually, every 90 days, progress is visible. Progress doesn't come overnight. It doesn't happen in 1 week. You need to establish a rhythm of the day. You understand the cycle of the week, but the progress, it doesn't happen in 1 day or 1 week. Usually, you have a good understanding of what you're doing good, what you're doing not good, what needs improvement, what needs refinement every quarter, 90 days, 4 months. Once you understand that, you understand that it's not about 1 day how you do it. Yes, it is the mastery that you need to implement in your days, but you have to implement a system to track whatever that you are doing. You have to divide things in 3 layers. Otherwise, I will explain the 3 layers in a second that are going to allow you to understand how to get what you want every 90 days and achieve that. And because of that, you get to your 1 year goal, 2 years goal, and 3 year goals. In 1 second, I go there. What most of the majority of men do and people do is not tracking progress. They don't track what they are learning. They don't really are measuring what is the output, the creation, the building phase, the working phase. And they are not reviewing weekly what is happening. It's not about doing. That either leads to burnout, leads to fatigue, leads to chaos, leads to frustrations. It's not about just do more. Okay, online and in general there is this thing about doing more. Doing more is good, but if you have a system that is able to hold that more that you are doing, that gives you feedback, that gives you great information and great data back, and you can implement with that data. Otherwise, you do things randomly. What you are doing is become unpredictable, and this is the problem that everyone has at the beginning. And during the phase, if you are not able to install the rhythm, you're going to go back to square one. And you don't want this, because then everything that you are trying to achieve, everything that you are trying to create, build, and learn, it becomes a struggle. And we are not using any rhythm, we are not using any system, we don't have structure, we are not architecting anything. We just do things a bit random, right? And if you want to get to the position that you are seeking, you need to have, in this case, a 90-day performance engine. A 90-day performance engine, it's a system that allows you to track your days, track your weeks, and get to the results that you want without struggles, without the anxiety, without the pressure. Many say pressure is a privilege. Yes, pressure is a privilege, but you need to do things in a way that they are not there is not all this pressure, because otherwise things, they don't last, and you don't do those things with the maximum joy and the energy of being very in love in what you are doing, anything that is okay. So we need this system, we need to create this architecture, we need a performance engine that allow us to do things, and because we do those things to get the results we want and enjoy this process. We need to enjoy this process, and trust me, you're not gonna, consistency is what going to get you anywhere and anything that you want. Discipline around it help, but if you don't have a system, that discipline is gonna become always hardcore. Like, you really have to put the effort with this phase. And consistency is never going to compound. It's always going to reset. You have to start again. You have emotional imbalances, the decision fatigue, too many decisions to take. You don't know in which priority to focus. So it's a mess, okay? And you don't want a mess. That's why we create system. That that is why as an architect of your body, mind, and spirit. You need to engineer before you do anything. You have to engineer the end and the system that is going to get you there. Once you have the system, you're going to put the system in the cycles of the day and week. And then you're going to get to the results that you want, doing the action that you are supposed to take. This is what give you it take away the suffering, it take away all the constraints, it take away all the things that we don't want when we are living our day every day, the chaos that is in the mind. Okay, so use this 3-layer framework: input, output, review, input, output, review, input, output, review, input, learning, taking in. Okay, you need to have measure what you are taking in. Don't just consume knowledge and information. If you have some certain kind of goal, that goal is requiring you to learn those things. Now, when you go to learn only those things. Don't put more in the bowl. Otherwise, you're gonna have too many of those information. You're not gonna learn anything. You're gonna increase your dopamine level. You think you're learning, but you're not, because you are too many information, and you're not applying on those information because there are too many. Then they are contradictory between each other. No. Input. Measure your input. What is it that I'm trying to achieve? What is in getting me there? What do I have to learn? No, I learn only that. That is the only thing I learn. Input. Output. Output is working, creative phase, building phase. Okay, you need to measure that output when I'm doing some certain things that get me to where I want to be. You want to be in a place, trust me, that give you freedom, that give you that peace, internal peace, that give you joy on whatever you are doing. Okay, you're doing, building, acting, anything that you do it with love, you do it with passion, you are doing it with greatness. Okay, you're not oh my life, no, okay, I have too many things to do, blah, blah. No, you must be in a great place. Okay, body, mind, spirit, all the time, they must be connected. Okay, so measure your output, what I am doing, and a window of focus, what I'm doing that is connected to the goal every day. Okay, and you are measuring that. Review. Every week you put a review. What did I accomplish? What did I not accomplish? What increased my energy and multiply my energy like I wanted? What dragged my energy down? What was the cause that my energy was scattered? What do I have? What do I have? What are the things, anything that I was doing that is not giving me the energy that I want? Those eliminate and improve on those. But you need the review. If you don't review, you're gonna compound nothing, because you have too much. It's like, this is applying any company, any high level, high performer, human being, any person that has mastered his body, mind, and spirit know this. Once we do things, we get the data back. The best learning is when you act on things. Okay, when you keep acting on things, you build the consistency. The consistency gives you the results. You need the system to make sure that you keep running long term. But if you don't review, and weekly, the review must be weekly. Okay, daily, you know what you're supposed to do. You have to automate that. But then weekly is when the review starts. Because if you don't have that review, again, it's too much data. You cannot grow anything. It's just impossible. So that is very, very important. It's probably the most important thing, is review yourself, review what you are doing, review what you are learning, reviewing those small, single, invisible mini results are the things that are telling you you are on the right path. You're doing good. You're doing great. Keep that. Those little things. But you cannot catch those little things if you don't review what you are doing, what happened in your mind, especially. Okay, and you don't take that time by yourself, not with chaos, by yourself, to have that internal review. Okay, most people, they do, but they never then take the time with themselves to review what they are doing. Okay, you need to quiet the mind down, quiet the brain down, quiet the thoughts down, in order to have that peace that give you the that your pineal gland open and your subconscious, which is your higher self, starts speaking. You listen and you see, okay, I did this well, this wasn't that good, pa 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 pa. If you are not yet doing this, that is why the discipline is not helping you. The consistency is not compounding, and you are keep doing things, but in the wrong, not even the wrong way. It's in an unpredictable way, and unpredictability is what kill momentum, any kind of movement, traction. You need predictability. You need to automate your output. You need to be very clear about what is it, the input. You need to implement the review. And in this way, you're going to implement a proper 90-day performance engines that get you everywhere that you want. If you are in a phase that you still need that clarity, that inner command, that you don't want to go in reaction and chaos, the first hour that you wake up, you can use exactly what I use, which is called the EDENIC Morning Reset. It's free. You start from there. You find the link in the description. This will help you start the day with zero chaos and put your mind and brain in a place that allows you to have the clarity. And with that clarity, you are able to plan the input, the output, the review. Otherwise, it's just one day that accumulates above the other, and we don't really understand what we are doing and why we are doing it, and if it's gonna grow, if it's gonna improve. So, link in bio. With that said, consistency is not luck. Nobody is going to save you. Okay, this thing, where we in the society that we live in, nobody is going to save us. The problem that we have, we cannot implement a proper discipline for a long time, have consistency that compounds systems, is because nobody teach this. Nobody. And we are not in school, not even online, because online there is always this discipline, this motivation things, but they don't last. They don't explain what is the system and the rhythm, the architecture that you need to create for your own being and life, in order for you to achieve everything without suffering, without chaos, without distortions. Okay, we understand what is the feeling that we need to have once we do things, but this is not taught. So this transmission, the goal is not that you consume more and more. The goal is that you implement on this. You start understanding and reviewing what you are doing on a higher level. You start understanding that I must become an architect of my life. I have to engineer everything. I am an architect. I am a creator. It doesn't matter what I do. I'm in this higher state of awareness that allows me to have this constant positive energy in what I'm building, in what I'm doing, what I'm creating, with the people I love, the people I share time with, and the people that I will share time with, that I'm going to attract, that they are more aligned with who I really am once I'm doing properly the things I'm doing. Okay. Otherwise, it's we know already what happened otherwise. So this is it for this transmission. I'll see you in the next one. Stay aligned, stay in peace, install the rhythm. See you, brother.